rumors thrown
And
away
I think there's
about that,
a
right?
much larger, as you will hear in my last lecture, a much larger infrastructure of specific communication to specific decision makers that keeps them abreast of events. But with regard to the sea level rise, to support Naomi's point, when IPCC 07 came out with 18 to 59 centimeters, the project, which had a design parameter of 80 centimeters relative, felt safe. They could go to their political masters and say, yeah, this is going to work for at least 100 years or more. Okay? Now, if they had said to their political masters at the same time, there's a great deal of uncertainty about the ice melt contribution, and we have to keep track of this, it would have been a different result. But they were confirmed in their engineering estimates by the fact that the only official number that was out there for the politicians is what IPCC said. And all the fine details and nice language about how it might change didn't bear on that decision. And so I think that's an important thing to keep in mind. With regard to the uncertainties, I think what you can tell people about sea level rise is we know the direction in which it's going. We know that recent measurements show it's accelerating. We think we have a reasonable quantitative understanding of where the 3 millimeters per year are coming from, and it's 50-50. We do not know what will happen in the future with regard to the ice melt problem. So the answer, and yet we at the same time still have the obligation to bound the earliest and latest dates that a problem might become critical. And it could be rather broad bounds at that point. But what we tell the decision makers is that for sustainability, these predictions are not a one-off. Assessment is going to be a way of life. It has to be renewed regularly so that we can incorporate the latest understanding and hopefully improve the estimates, or at least our reasons for uncertainty about them, each time we do. We'll keep you up to date as best you can, but your obligation, decision maker, to stay up to date, and it's our obligation to do the best you can to be up to date. And I think that's the answer. There's no one-off prediction. It's a process by which they consult back and forth and reach their own decision as to when they should act based on all sorts of inputs, one of which is the estimate of the shortest and latest time that a problem becomes critical.